The calendar flips to the month of March.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Man on a mission. He came out in the mat. He had that look in his eye like, I'm going to dominate. Got to attacks early, got a stall call, got takedown to a transition to a turn for a pin. What a way to start out. That is exactly what you want to see out of one of your team captains if you're Stanford, to put yourself on the lead early.
Stanford, a strong start in this opening round. Knox picks up a win and bonus points as well coming from their four-time NCAA qualifier, Abbas. As we bump up a weight now to 157, can the Cardinal keep it rolling with their true freshman, Gregor Cholakyan? Cholakyan on defense early here was Sonny Santiago. Good scramble here at the start.
Yeah, big scramble. Gregor is someone that is a very high flyer as well. He likes to go upper body. He's got a great headlock. He's got a great body lock. When guys get to his leg, he's not afraid to go elevator to his back. So when you're wrestling Gregor, you got to be careful. If you get to the legs, you got to finish quick. Santiago, a bit of a veteran now in this UNC lineup. He's felt that kind of stuff before. We'll see how he makes the adjustment, get the legs, and being clean with finishes.
A lot of matches, as you talked about, when you look at North Carolina in the corner for Sonny Santiago, 5th year on campus, the veteran, the ACC runner-up from a year ago. He was the top seed at 157 in 2024, just came up a bit short.
If I'm not mistaken, these guys are both from St. John Bosco in California, so that's pretty fun. Both guys being from the same high school.
Cholakyan grew up in Burbank, Santiago, and Downey, California. West Coast represented well here.
See Gregor trying to force that upper body off of an attack by Santiago. I like how Gregor's controlling the center. He doesn't take many attacks, but he's keeping his butt to the center and putting Santiago towards the outer part of the mat. Just allows for you to get into the rhythm and control the match well.
Cholakyan was really humming along before an injury late in the year cost him an opportunity to wrestle in some duels. Stanford coaching staff and their medical staff making sure both he and Lorenzo Norman were primed and ready for this championship run.
Santiago doing a good job of not allowing Cholakyan to punch underhooks. And every time you see Gregor trying to punch an underhook, Santiago's bringing his elbow back and looking for his own attacks.
Santiago in on an attack. Cholakyan up over the top, waterfall position here. Santiago trying to clear out that right arm. Cholakyan not letting him get there, and we'll get a stalemate with 23 seconds to go.
Yeah, 23 seconds. Big opportunity for someone to get a takedown and put themselves up 3-0 at the end of a period.
Like Virginia just picked up a win with Geoffrey over, was that Bisgans?
Yeah.
I see out of the corner of my eye over on Matt too.
Yeah, Virginia having a good start to the day already. Challenge brick by NC State. Not official yet.
I want to remind you once again as you're tuning in, two-map view here from Durham inside Cameron Indoor Stadium. Opportunity to watch Mat 1 or Mat 2 as we bring you every single ounce of action from this year's edition of the ACC Championships. Period 2 underway. Cholakyan underneath into a quick stand-up, burst out toward the outer cylinder, and he is away, and then comes in with a shot.
Yeah, really quick escape. Really important for Cholakyan to get to his feet and find hands and escape there. Only 7 seconds of riding time for Santiago.
Cholakyan last year at this time was winning a state title. Won the California State Championship as he gets tagged with a stall. Keep in mind, when you won a state title in California, that is all classes, so you really earn it. A lot of states breaking up small schools to big schools. Not the case with California. One lump sum on that. So quite an accomplishment out on the West Coast for him.
Cholakyan finally back into a little bit of an over-under position. See if he can See if he can generate some offense here. Santiago does a good job of clearing out. He earned himself a stall call. Just, not many attempted shots by Cholakyan, but Santiago put 3 or 4 together over the course of a period or two. Got rewarded with a stall call. Could loom large here as we get ready into this, later into this match. There you see that underhook by Cholakyan, but Santiago does a good job of getting off of it.
Santiago repositioning now. Cholakyan as well, near the edge. And a stalemate. 34 seconds, second period. Cholakyan the escape. But he has a stall call against him and a 1-0 lead for the Stanford freshman.
It's a shot by Cholakyan. Santiago does a good job down blocking with his head and his hands. Returns with a shot of his own. Guys are picking up the action a little bit here towards the end of the second period. Another shot.
Short time in the second period.
And both guys have just had really good head position. Makes it hard to get to a penetrated attack. I think you're seeing that from both times. Every time they take a shot, the opponent is just having kind of an easy job of using their head, down blocking. Knowing that if someone's keeping good head position, you got to create an angle. You got to throw some fakes. You got to get some lateral motion to get them moving off the tracks.
Look at Santiago, the 2024 NCAA qualifier. Did not win a match last year at Nationals. Another one of those wrestlers who has fought injuries throughout his career. And just like we saw with Cholakyan, no trouble from Santiago getting out underneath. And we're tied at 1. Riding time not a factor. Who will be the first wrestler to get the takedown here from the feet?
And I think at this point, right, both wrestlers have taken some attacks. I know I talked a little bit about that head position. You got to be willing to chain attacks together. Maybe it's a fake to a snap to another attack. It's going to have to be 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 motions to get to a penetrated leg to an attack. Just a one-off shot from space is probably not going to do it against both these guys because they're so strong defensively. Gregor's got to get off the edge here. Santiago could get a stall call here if he pushes him out. It goes action call.
St. John Bosco High School, Bellflower. It's really become a hub for combat athletes, especially Armenian descent, which Cholakyan is. Had an opportunity to train with one of the best in the business, and he's showcasing some of that offense. And he will get the takedown. So Cholakyan with the first takedown of the match. Santiago looked like he was close to getting away, but Cholakyan stayed with him. And with 52 seconds to go, a
great flurry by Cholakyan. Santiago takes an attack. And what I was talking about is getting an angle. He snapped to an angle, got himself to a high C, stopped the dive roll, got the takedown, and then stayed on top of the mat return. Big 50 seconds here. If Gregor can ride a little bit, take that timeout, Santiago gets out. Now, he's got to control center. He does have one stall call on him, but you'd rather take up a stall point here than give up a takedown. So if you're Gregor, this is all baseline defense. Santiago, you got to go now. You got to get your offense moving, multiple attacks. You've got to the leg once. What's it going to be now?
Santiago in on that leg.
Gets the leg. He's got to beat that wizard. He's getting the foot up in the air. Gregor rolls again. Stops dive roll. Big scramble here.
Nothing awarded yet. Still time. 17 seconds.
It's going to be tough for Santiago. He's got to look to kick and get that foot free. See how he's trying to get that leg over to get danger count. If you're Cholakyan, you got to hold on to that foot for dear life. He gets a stalemate.
He was not budging an inch from that leg of Santiago. North Carolina with a challenge brick coming in. Tony Ramos trying to get the attention of the official as that green brick is down. And they are going to come over and find out what Ramos and the Tar Heel staff wants to take another look at. Trent, let's go to what you saw, and then we'll take multiple looks at it. What do you think UNC's hoping for?
Well, I think, Santiago in on that leg, and when you saw Cholakyan do a dive roll, they may be looking for, was he there long enough to warrant a takedown? I think, with only 6 seconds left, don't want to call it a YOLO brick, but you want to give your athlete any chance they can for the refs to look at and see if there's something else. So he gets this leg. Cholakyan just does a great job of rolling, getting to an angle, passing it. They're probably looking, was that a takedown there? I don't think so, because Cholakyan still has that leg and you get reaction time, but that's probably what they're looking at.
It is a huge challenge late with just 6 seconds to go. They have a quick look at it. Two officials coming together here. Still awaiting the verdict as we take another look at it. Is this 3 for Santiago?
Since Gregor still has his arm underneath there and you're given reaction time, they're going to allow that scramble to play out. If Santiago would have freed his leg, see how Cholakyan has his left arm underneath the leg and continues to roll through. I don't see a takedown there. I see a scramble as stalemate.
And the call on the mat once again is no takedown, so they are looking for indisputable evidence to overturn that call and get the 3 for Santiago late.
With only 6 seconds left, this is a huge call, right? If it's a takedown for Santiago, 5-4, you only have to ride for 6 seconds. If it's not a takedown, Cholakyan only has to defend for 6 seconds.
There is Hayden Heitley, one of the assistants for Stanford, coming over this offseason from Fargo. A little bit better weather on the West Coast for your brother, enjoying the California sunshine.
Yeah, he's really been enjoying it. I think you're seeing him kind of make an immediate impact with some of these lightweight guys. Gregor, someone that he works with personally. You see him punching a lot of underhooks. Hayden, one of the best in the world with getting to his underhook attacks. And right now, you know, what he's telling him, listen, relax a little bit. You know, we're waiting the call. We're going to see the call here in a second. No takedown. So what Hayden's telling this guy here, like, listen, 6 seconds, you can take a stall, get away from him, don't do anything dumb or compromising to put yourself in a position for Santiago to get an easy score.
Gregor Cholakyan in his first ACC championship. Santiago comes firing in, and Cholakyan is going to hang on and win.
Yeah, really big win by Cholakyan there. I'm really impressed by the freshman. Really composed, you know, was able to get the winning takedown and defend very well in the third period. Great head position late to down block. Huge start for Stanford, and what a win.
Boy, the way these freshmen can just adapt to the college wrestling world so quickly anymore, it really is something. And